Hello friends, welcome back to VOWIAS. Welcome to the discussion on daily MCQ. Today is 25th of April 2022 and now we are going to discuss 5 MCQs based on the current affairs. So चलिए शुरू करते हैं. But before we begin, small information, the PDF of the discussion will be available in our Telegram channel. You can go and download it from there. Now let's look at the first question. Consider the following statements regarding the western disturbances. First one, a western disturbance is an extratropical storm originating in the Mediterranean region. Second one, western disturbances are more frequent and stronger in the winter season. You have to choose the correct option. A 1 only, B 2 only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. So if you see the western disturbances, basically it is an extratropical storm that originates in the Mediterranean Sea. The first statement is right, and also the western disturbances generally are more frequent and stronger in the winter season. That's why if you see in all those temperate regions and all in the Mediterranean regions, you'll have a lot of rain during the winters. Especially the Mediterranean climate, if you see, you'll have wet winters and dry summers. So that's one of the western disturbance is one of the reason why that kind of climate exists over there. So here the correct option will be C, both 1 and 2. So variation in the intensity and location of the western disturbances have brought heavy rainfall to Delhi during some months and kept the city dry and in the grip of a heat wave at other times. A western disturbance is an extratropical storm originating in the Mediterranean region that brings sudden winter rain to the northern part of the Indian subcontinent. It's a non-monsoonal precipitation pattern driven by westerlies. The moisture in these storms usually originates in the Mediterranean Sea, Caspian Sea, and the Black Sea. The extratropical storms are global phenomena with the moisture usually carried in the upper atmosphere, unlike the tropical counterparts where the moisture is carried in the lower atmosphere. Western disturbances are more frequent and stronger in the winter region. The western disturbances are important for the development of rabi crop, which usually includes the local important staple wheat. The western disturbances are usually associated with the cloud sky, higher night temperature, and unusual rains. The excess precipitation during the western disturbances can cause crop damage, landslides, floods, and avalanches. Over the Indo-Gangetic plains, they are considered bringing cold wave condition and dense fog. So these are some of the important things that we need to know about the western disturbances. Now let's look at the next question, the second question. Consider the following statements regarding the Fincluation initiative. Recently it was in news. First one, the aim of this initiative is it's a powerful platform to mobilize startups towards building significant financial products to promote financial inclusion. Second one, the initiative was announced by Niti Aayog and World Economic Forum jointly on the occasion of 75th anniversary of the Indian independence and the ongoing Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. We have to choose the correct option. A 1 only, B 2 only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. So, Fincluation initiative. So if you see this initiative, basically it actually is launched by Indian Post Payment Bank. So the second statement is wrong. But if you see the first statement, it aims to create a powerful platform to mobilize startups towards building significant financial products to promote financial inclusion. This is right. So correct option will be A, 1 only. So as I said, it was recently launched by the Fincluation initiative, was launched by the Indian Post Payment Banks, and the rest of the details are just given here. You can just go through it. This is mainly to promote the startups. The main objective is promotion of better startups, and under this new initiative, startups will be encouraged to develop solutions related to the credit, digitization, and also market-led solutions for especially the transactions and ease of living for the customers. It will help create and deliver people-centric products and services that will promote a positive impact on their lives in cost-effective manner. Right? So these are the important things. Now let's look at the next question, the third question. Consider the following statements. First one, in tropical regions, Zika virus disease is transmitted by the same mosquito that transmits dengue. Second one, sexual transmission of Zika virus disease is possible. Which of the following are correct statements? A 1 only, B 2 only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. So if you see this tropical region, basically, so Zika virus is one of the major diseases that we will be finding in general, right? And it is transmitted by the same mosquito that transmits dengue. So it's always important to prevent the mosquitoes from biting humans, and that's why in recent times we are creating various genetically modified mosquitoes. So in order to eliminate the mosquito which will in fact transmit this kind of disease, and the mosquito which transmits this kind of disease is called the Aedes species, right? And the second statement says sexual transmission of Zika virus is possible. This is also right. This is very much possible. So see, both 1 and 2 is the correct answer. In the tropical region, Zika virus is transmitted by the same mosquito that transmits dengue, as we discussed, and it also spreads the chikungunya virus. It also spreads the Zika virus, and the sexual transmission of Zika is possible. The first time Zika was discovered in Uganda in 1947, the same year in which we got independence, and there is no specific treatment or vaccine available for the treatment of Zika, right? So now let's look at the next question, the fourth question, the correct sequence of the eastward flowing rivers of the peninsula from north to south. So Subarnarekha, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Pennar, Kaveri and Vaigi. So these are the rivers that are given. Right. So Subarnarekha, if you see, it originates from the Ranchi Plateau of Jharkhand, and it forms boundary between West Bengal and Odisha in its lower courts, and it joins the Bay of Bengal and forming an estuary between the Ganga and the Mahanadi deltas. So Subarnarekha will be at the top. So next will be Mahanadi. Mahanadi, basically it starts from Chhattisgarh and flows through Odisha and joins the Bay of Bengal, right? And it's one of the major river in the east central India. So that is about Mahanadi. So after Subarnarekha we will have Mahanadi. After Mahanadi you will have Godavari. Godavari originates in Maharashtra, and it flows from Maharashtra. It flows through Maharashtra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Odisha in small portions, and finally meets the Bay of Bengal. After Godavari you have the Krishna River. The Krishna River is also an east flowing river which starts from Maharashtra, and it flows through Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, right, and it joins the Bay of Bengal. Next, after Krishna, you will find the river. You have other three rivers: Pennar, Kaveri, and Vaigi. Kaveri, if you see, it flows through Tamil Nadu. Kaveri River flows through Tamil Nadu, and you have Pennar River. The Pennar is one of the major rivers of the peninsula. It rises in the Channakeswa hills of the Nandidurg range in Karnataka, and that region is very, very important one. And below Pennar, you will have the Kaveri. So this is the thing that we will have to notice, because till Godavari and Krishna, most of the people will do correct, but here they will get confused between Pennar and Kaveri. So Pennar is also an east flowing river, and it flows from Karnataka to Andhra Pradesh and then to the Bay of Bengal. And after that you have the Kaveri. Kaveri starts in Talkaveri region in Karnataka and near the Coorg district, and then it flows into the Bay of Bengal, and last you have the Vaigai. So the Vaigai is an important basin among the 12 basins lying between Kaveri and Kanyakumari, and this is bounded by the Varshananda hills, the Andipatti hills, the Cardamom hills and the Palani hills on the west, and by the Park Strait and Park Bay on the east, right? So this is the correct sequence: Subarnarekha, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Pennar, and then you have Kaveri, and then you have Vaigi. So A is the correct answer, right? Now let's the same explanation is given here. Actually, recently the environmentalists and activists were criticizing the Telangana government for withdrawing a 25-year-old government order protecting the historic Usman Sagar and Himayat Sagar reservoirs in Hyderabad, and say that will destroy the fragile ecosystem. So that's why all these controversies are going on, and that's why we asked this question. Now let's look at the last question. Consider the following statements regarding the marginal cost of funds based lending rate. First one, it is the lowest interest rate that a bank or a lender can offer. Second one, it enables banks to become more competitive and enhance their long run value and contribution to economic growth. Which of the following are correct? A, 1 only; B, 2 only; C, both 1 and 2; and D, neither 1 nor 2. So the correct option is C, both 1 and 2, MCLR. So recently SBI raised the MCLR for first time in 3 years. It was originally started in 2016, and it is the lowest interest rate that a bank can offer to a lender. It is applicable to all the corporate loans and floating loans before October 2019, and so that is about MCLR. It was asked in UPSC also, right? And some more important information about MCLR, if you see, it is given here: the aims and objectives to improve the transmission rate of policies, to bring transparency and methodology followed by the banks for determining interest rates. Because what is happening is that RBI is lowering the repo rates, but that is not being transmitted, that is not being given to the customers. If that benefit is not given, then the quantitative or the liquidity easing what the RBI wants to do, it will not be possible if the banks don't do this. So that's why this MCLR is being brought by RBI. Well, it was brought by RBI. Under the MCLR, it's mandatory for the banks to declare their overnight, 1 month, 3 months, 6 month, 1 year and 2 year interest rates every month. And there are some exceptions also. It is applicable to almost all the loans except fixed rate home loans, car loans and personal loans, and the loans that fall under the government schemes where the banks are direct to charge a certain rate are also exempt from this MCLR, and MCLR is applicable only to the banks and not to the other financial companies, right? So these are the important things, and for your information, we are providing Vision Prelims test series, Vision Monthly Magazine, and Vision Mains test series summaries. You can subscribe to these summaries by visiting our Telegram channel. The Telegram channel details are there in the description. So that's it, guys, from my side. I'll see you again tomorrow with 5 more MCQs. Till then, keep studying and stay tuned. Jai Hind.